So I left the hotel at 7:15. It's now 7:19 in the morning. The sun has just risen above the horizon. Google Maps guided me through a few country roads, and now I'm on US 277 South, heading towards San Angelo. Should take a little over an hour, but I have one special stop along the way, and have my 9 a.m. tire appointment to get the whole tire situation finally rectified. Anyway, that's a longer story. So yeah, it was a good week, I must say. When I arrived in Abilene, I was not feeling entirely great. I think I was coming off of a cold or something, I don't know. And then there were certain periods during the week when I just wasn't feeling great, but I think that had to do more with stress from work. And this morning, and I actually didn't sleep that well last night, but for whatever reason this morning, feeling great. And yeah, it's going to be a fun day. San Angelo, Fredericksburg, the German community in South Texas, and then Austin. And I'll be in Austin for a week, so that should be fun. So all things considered, life is pretty darn good. Well, we've heard a lot about the Windmills of Texas, and again, I don't know the exact name of this area. I don't know what county I'm in, sorry, but there are a lot of windmills here, right near the, I won't call this a highway, but this is a country road. By the way, they name a lot of these secondary roads as farm to market. I think that's rather adorable, and kind of accurate, right? So it's coming from farms to the cities. Look at this. Curious how much each of these generate. Like, I don't mean like the wattage or whatever, but if you ran one of these for an hour, how is that electricity, what would that amount of electricity do for us? Because they don't spin very fast, but I guess they're very large blades turning very heavy wheels. So anyway, and then over here, when it opens up here, yeah, you can see. So I guess this is kind of the end of this set. Yeah, there's been a lot of windmills throughout Texas, and at times it was very windy. By the way, when I left this morning, when I was back in the car, oh my God, there were a lot of little birds. There were a lot of little birds. I don't know if they were angry or happy, but they were chirping. Just entered San Angelo, the outskirts, and there's this pen here. I suspect I know what it's for, but anyway, they are adorable. Sheep. And some little birds here on the end. Hey you guys, how are you? So I came here to San Angelo to get a tire replaced, which now doesn't actually need replacing. Long story. And I came upon this parade, which was supposed to be in February, but they've delayed it because of COVID. And now they're going to have it. And it's very reminiscent of back in San Francisco, where it seemed like every second weekend I was photographing a parade. What a treat, and what a preview of life to return to normality in the future back home in SF. This is pretty special. About 45 minutes northwest of Fredericksburg, heading toward Fredericksburg, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, this part of Texas is called Hill Country, and it's I've seen before in the state. Everything is very green. Definitely hills, albeit small hills. And I don't know, just, I won't say exactly it reminds me of Washington or Oregon, but it's very green and very, very pleasant. And just, yeah, on these country roads, it's just really, really nice. So everything is going well, and just enjoying the drive. I'm not sure what this is. It's these off-road vehicles. I saw where they came out. Mostly Texas, but a couple of other states. Maybe it's like a club or something. Anyway, kind of cool. So now I think about 30 minutes away from Fredericksburg. So beautiful here. Okay, here's something you don't see every day. We're in Mason County at least. And it's a trailer with a big hay bale on it being pulled down. Maybe this is like parade weekend throughout Texas. I don't know. But it's rather cool. It's rather cool. This is the town of Mason in, guess what county? Mason, Texas. And I just spent an extended amount of time here walking around, talking to people, and especially this one guy named Trey. Had a nice conversation with him, got his card, exchanged cards. And anyway, they're having their first ever arts walk, and it's just really nice. So anyway, so glad to stop here. Places like this, I just want to come back and visit again in the future. Oh, and this definitely is hill country, by the way, but apparently it was the same with Abilene was hill country too, but didn't see so many hills in Abilene. More here. Fredericksburg, willkommen. Population 10,530 people. Look at this. I've seen architecture like that in Bavaria. Huh. There's a place called Leavenworth, Washington that was a kind of a dying forestry town. And then somebody came up with the idea of, let's turn this into what looks like a Bavarian village. And it becomes very successful. But that downtown is like, 2 blocks long. I think this is quite a bit bigger. And this is actually, like that, I guess would be a faux or fake German community. This one apparently is real. I think in the 1800s, a bunch of people from Germany relocated here to here in Texas. And so there's generational German Americans living here. So my 2 goals are get some good photographs, particularly of the architecture, and get a good German meal. That's what I want to do. But you see, my eyes and my stomach, or my photos and my stomach, rule everything. Incidentally, I did look into staying here for a little while, but oh my god, it's very expensive. And I cannot justify spending $250, $300 a night. Anyway, glad to be here. More soon. So, this is clearly a popular place. There is not many parking spaces available. And, I guess Austin is the big source of tourists coming here, but have to check out the license plates. Texas, North Carolina. Yeah. Very glad to be here. Okay, this is officially delightful. So this is what happens when Deutschland meets Texas. I'm talking about the architecture. I have heard, all through videos that I've seen, that there is still like a lot of German spoken by the locals here, but I think they have a uniquely identifiable accent. You know what I mean? Like it's like a Texas German accent.
Got my clothes naked as the eyes of a clown. The sun came through the window, the ice all broke. I stood up and laughed, I thought it was a joke. That's the way the world goes round. That's the way the world goes round. You're up one day and the next you're down. It's a half inch of water, you think you're gonna drown. That's the way the world goes round.
I'm about an hour west of Austin and just came across these deer. Actually, oh, unfortunately they're running away, but they have actual antlers. You know, a lot of the time you see deer and they don't have antlers, but these ones do. They're quite pronounced. Hello, little guys. See if I can get some shots with my telephoto lens through this opening, but they're beautiful. I'm now about 40 minutes west and a little bit north of Austin. Just stopped at some little town here. They're having some kind of like a crawfish something or other. One time I had crawfish was in San Francisco at a special event. But anyway, it's rather delightful. It's rather delightful. Is everybody enjoying the weather? It's warm, but not like super warm. But it's very nice. It's very nice. Well, I got this. This is called the Aiden Hotel. It's supposedly in on Hotwire. Yeah, but I got it at a pretty good price. And it's south of downtown Austin. I'm totally fine with that. In Austin, there's somewhere between $24 to like $48 a night extra in parking. So that really adds up. And why waste that money? So anyway, it's kind of in a residential neighborhood near a freeway. It'll be totally fine for the week. And yeah, supposedly has some kind of a rock and roll theme. And anyway, I wouldn't call this a 4-star room, but whatever. Has a desk chair. So I'm going to be good. Austin, Texas. So this is Austin, not even like central Austin. This is like San Francisco. Like, my God. Wow. Tent City. I did not know this existed in Texas. Wow. So I wanted some pasta and I looked around and this place, RT Pasta, got a 4.7, but I had no idea it was food trucks. But I love food trucks. And so, anyway, I'm in some kind of food truck court in South Austin. So it's kind of cool.